Hello, and welcome to Bees and Tea Stitching. I'm your host, Sebastian. Over here, we do have a little lump of Selena. As you can hopefully tell, this is my new webcam. Yay! It's definitely clearer, definitely brighter. This is the first real test I've given it, so we'll see how this works. Hopefully it'll be okay. The only thing I don't like about it, it doesn't seem to twist side to side. It'll go up to down a little bit. So that kind of sucks because I can't really twist it over the side and show you Selena. Well, I can, but it'll go straight back. There she is. See, then it goes right back. So I'll have to figure it out. But anyway, so hello. I have some new people, so definitely welcome. Hello to you new guys here, and welcome back, obviously, to you great people who also have been watching me, whether it's one video or 20, whatever, whichever. You guys are all welcome, and I definitely enjoy. As I always tell people, every episode, I always say that. Excuse me. I love comments. I read every single comment, and I respond to every single comment. So I always like to hear what you guys have to say about me, good or bad. Be constructive. Don't be mean. But I always enjoy constructive criticism. So there you go. This is my floss tube, so it's going to be about cross stitch, a little bit about my life, sometimes about my cat, although she's just being pretty quiet right now. But yeah, that's about that. So, first off, life updates. Not a whole lot's been going on. I mean, obviously, Christmas and was nice. Got to spend some time with the family. New Year's was very quiet. Since my husband had to work, he had to go to bed early, so I pretty much just talked to people online, which was fun. Hung out with the virtual stitchers. Are you quite done? Hang out with the virtual stitchers, which is really nice. I did find a place I could watch the New Year's Rockin' Eve online, so that was cool because I don't have cable. So are you settled now? There. So that was kind of nice, because sorry, cat hair. It's just one of those things. It's silly, and a lot of the music I don't really care about, but it's one of those things where it's just kind of tradition. I just like it. It's despite all its cheesiness and all that, it's just I just like watching. So that's really about it. I did help with my local LNS. They have they do their excuse me, I'm sorry. They do their inventory every December or January, and so I helped out with that. That was always fun. I mean, it was a lot. It's hard work, but there was a lot of really good people there, and so I got to do some chatting and some work, and we got some food, so it was nice. Um, mm. This is B's and T, so I will, unless I'm just not feeling tea for some time, which is rare, but once in a while, I will pretty much always have a tea. And so this week's is one of my all-time favorites, which is surprisingly not an Ahmed tea because that's the ones I usually go for, but it is there we go. Hey, look, it's not doing too bad on focusing, I don't think. Stash Double Bergamot Earl Grey. So, it's Earl Grey, but it's kind of got that extra bergamot flavor to it. So it's really citrusy, has that kind of punch to it. It's really good. And this is my favorite mug because it has a bee on it. Yay! Isn't that cool? And I don't think I can show you. Well, can I? Yeah, there we go. You can kind of see a little bit of it. There's a little bee on the inside too. So yeah, but the only thing that I'm not a humongous fan of is it's top heavy because it's wider and then lower at the base. I wish it had just been straight down, but you know, I always worry that it's going to tip over. But knock on wood, it hasn't. I know it's not wood, but it hasn't yet. I got this years ago at a World Market, so I have no idea. World Markets are still around, obviously, but I have no idea if they're still selling that mug or not. Honestly, if they are, I would love to get another one, but I haven't been to World Market in years. I try not to just go out willy-nilly, so I don't usually just go out to shop, because, prefer try to not be around a whole bunch of people and try to stay not sick. So, you know. And I am sniffling a little bit. It's just allergies. It's just, our seasons have been really weird. Through the entirety of December, we were warm and we were wet, which is very unusual for the South. We're usually dry and cool, not cold, but cool. And finally in January, Mother Nature decided, oh, it's supposed to be cold, and so it's cold, but still wet. We have not gotten any of the snow. Especially you guys up in Virginia, Maryland, all you guys around there, just stay safe, people, because you guys got some crazy snow going on up there before. I think you guys are okay now. I think what's going through now is just rain, but you guys are probably still trying to clean out from what had happened before, so, we still haven't had any snow yet. We've been getting cold, just have not been getting cold enough. We have gotten we gotten into the 30s? I think we've gotten barely into the 30s, but mostly we've been in the 40s and 50s. So, a little closer to what we're supposed to be here in the South. So, there you go. I guess that's really about it for updates. Just a forewarning, I always try to make them not too long, but I do have a lot of stitching to show for once. Yay! So, this may go a tiny bit longer than normal, but we'll see. I'll try not to ramble too much. So let me go ahead and get to the comment. Cottage said Christmas Adam. That's funny. So I know my mom didn't make it up. Christmas Adam is the day before Christmas Eve because, Adam and Eve, haha, that sort of thing. But my parents have used that for as long as I can remember. Since we were just little kids, my brother and I. And so I have no idea where she got it from or, where it came from originally. But yeah, we've always called it Christmas Adam. So there you go. Karen Kirk, excuse me, I'm sorry, says awesome kit parade. Thank you. I appreciate it. I had a fun time. There's a lot of things that I was looking in there and I'm like, oh, I forgot I had that and ooh, I want to start that. So, we'll see. We'll see how that works. Becca Lane says, OMG, my sister, brother, nephew, and I played so much with Beat Saber over the holidays. It's so much fun. You love it. I've been, I'll be honest, well, so ostensibly I got it for my husband, but I was going to use it as well. And the only problem with it is, and I don't know if it's just the way my eyes are or something going on with my glasses, but it gives me a little bit of a headache, after a short time. So I haven't been using it that much. My husband's been using it more than me, which is okay. I mean, as long as, between us we get, we are playing with it, then that's okay with me. So, let's see. Oh yeah, see, because we got Beat Saber, which is kind of like it's kind of like DDR for your hands. You've got the notes coming and you slash at them. And there is a way to get a whole bunch more songs. But there's a lot of things you have to do, and one of the things you have to do is get a link cable, and I don't have a link cable yet. So I'm hoping once I can get that link cable and kind of figure out how to set that up, that maybe I'll use Beat Saber more. That's my intention, at least. So. She also said, you helped me add more patterns to my wish list. Thank you. I'm glad I'm an enabler. That's my job, right? As a YouTuber, isn't that what I'm supposed to do? Enable? Or I should say a Floss tuber. I was so happy when Selena showed up. She's a superstar. Well, here you go. Hold on. Right. There you go. She's a big black blob. So she's sleeping right now. And I really don't want to wake her up. Because she gets cranky when she wakes up. So, she's a cat. She's always cranky. So what am I saying? But anyway. So yeah. So thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, she's absolutely spoiled rotten. I mean, I wish you guys could see, like, all of the toys that are on the floor right now. That are all cat toys. And we still have this bag that our friend sent us. So, I've still got a bunch more things in there that I have not thrown at her yet. We're trying to, parse them out kind of slowly, at least. Alright, so Deborah Dixon says, food destinations are a thing. We just went to San Antonio to do SeaWorld and eat at one of our favorite restaurants at the Riverwalk twice. Sadly, San Antonio doesn't have any cross-stitch shops. When I think of food destinations around here, the one that I think about first is Asheville, North Carolina. It's really amazing. It's got a great. It's very artsy. It's got a really nice um, antiques district, and it also is very well known for, even more than its food, it's known a lot for its local beers. There's a lot of breweries up there, and a lot of really good stuff going on. Also, Sassy Jack's is really close by. I want to say it was in Weaverville, not Asheville, which is really close. But they recently closed because they were going to move, and then I think this whole pandemic thing happened. So I don't think they've reopened yet. So they might be reopening closer to Asheville. I'm not 100% sure. Um, but I have been there before. So, I can definitely say that there's a cross stitch store around Asheville as well. So it was a pretty cool place. I got to see it a couple years ago. I've only been up there once. I've been to Asheville many times, but I've only been to Sassy Jack's once, I should say. So there you go. All right, my buddy Carolina. Oculus is cool, but so pricey. I want to save up for the kiddo. Okay, then maybe not just for him. And I thought Beat Saber was only for PlayStation. No, the Beat Saber is for Oculus for sure. I actually have it on my Oculus, so. And like I said, ostensibly I got it for my husband, but really for myself too. So, fun fact: never tried cranberry juice. Cranberry juice is kind of tart by itself. I prefer like the cran grape or the cran peach, those kind of things that kind of have a little bit of sweet to the tartness. So I don't know. I'm sure you could find that where you are. So, um, oh, I know the pain of bobinating. I finished doing 447 skeins. Wow. Of something. It was called Royal Floss. Apparently it's cheaper than DMC, but not quite as cheap as the CXC. Um, I have heard of the CXC. I've heard a lot of people talking about it. I haven't got to try it myself. I have not actually heard of Royal Floss, so I'll take a look at that. So I'll see what I can find. She also said dogs have owners, cats have staff. That would be a nice cross stitch pattern. It is out there. I've seen it. So there's at least one or two maybe of that pattern. So it's definitely something you can Google and find. But yeah, there are some cute ones out there with that. Excuse me, I'm very sorry about that. With that little saying on there. It is nighttime. Wow, it's past midnight. Whoops. Um, so yeah, this is going to probably go up early Monday. So if I yawn, I apologize. I have a little bit of caffeine with the tea, but not that much. Um, yeah, I'm sorry to hear. It sounds like you might be having some problems with YouTube removing comments again, and I apologize for that. I don't know. I don't know why it's doing that. I really don't. My cats don't use beds. They're more likely to sleep in the box the bed came in. Honestly, she's kind of weird in the fact that she doesn't like boxes, except for one box that she does like. She's not a box cat, so I don't know. She's kind of weird like that. Also, have not heard of Aria Salvatore, but I love fantasy. Entering recommendations as a start. So I put a link below. There, personally, I would read them in the order that they were um, put out. It's not chronological order. That's the order that they were um, the order they were released. So the first because they're almost all trilogies. I think there's a quintet in there somewhere, but pretty much they're all. And there's I think there's one or two maybe standalones, but for the most part they're trilogies. And so the first one is the Icewinddale Trilogy, and the first book of that is called The Crystal Shard, which I think was out in 88, 89 ish, somewhere thereabouts. It's in reprints, so it's not hard to find at all. And there are actual sets of like all 3 books in one book, you know. So if you want to do that, save a little bit of space on your shelf, and you know, kind of have them all together, you could do that too. But yeah, I would recommend doing them in the order that they were released. So, and like I said, I have a link down there that has the link, has a list of how they were released. If you Google, there's plenty of ones that also will give you more. It actually was really hard to find the order they were released. Most of the websites I was trying to Google were giving you that the order, the chronological order, which I mean you could, you know, you know, to get his story from the very beginning, um, you know, you get more idea of where he's coming from, and but I don't know. I think there's just something to be. I don't know. I just like it. I like it in the order that was released. So that's just me, and maybe that's just because that's how I read them. But it's up to you. Yeah, how you want to do it. Anyway, um, oh, I've never been much into Lego, but that ship looks pretty cool. I almost said that shit. Oh well. Yeah, I do curse a little bit. Not I try not to curse too much, but I will let out the occasional word. That's why I went ahead and said, yeah, this is probably not for kids. So that doesn't mean that there's going to be any actual adult content in here. It's really not. Just an occasional dirty word. Mm. I think I keep saying that I need to do a Lego tour, and I really do need to do a Lego tour. So, yeah, I need to do that one day. If you guys want to see that, definitely poke me about it. You know, if there's people who are interested, I can definitely do a Lego tour. It'll just be a little extra, maybe like 5-10 minutes probably. Um, Also, I will probably be wearing the same shirt in just a couple minutes because I also have my Sip Spy box that has been sitting here for several days that I have not got time to record, you know, my Sip Spy box opening. So, if you see me recording in the same shirt again, that's why. Excuse me, got the hiccups. Um, yeah, I think that's about it for that. So, Stephanie Brown says, been a long time. Welcome back. Nice to have you. Crazy time at work, but I'm glad I'm catching up. Yeah, I'm catching up with a lot of people too. Um, I'm actually stitching I Love You More on that Petty Point fabric. I tried other fabrics and didn't like it. Also, her tip about getting the island blue is good. Um, so I I think I have the I Love You More. I think that was in my kit parade, I believe. If I ever do get to start it, I would definitely want to give it a try on a petty point, assuming I can find a petty point in in DMC in Ada, which I'm sure I can. So I will definitely take the that into advice. So thank you, I appreciate that. All right, and Healing Gamer says, "Yay, kit parade!" Of course, thank you. You have some great patterns. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you. The colors of that Satsuma Street are amazing. Yeah, Satsuma Street always knocks it out of the park. They always have just the really beautiful, bright colors. And I've got several Satsumas. Um, I've got 2 or 3 at least, and there's a bunch more that I've been tempted to get but haven't yet. So, um, I'm fairly certain that you'll see some Satsumas coming down the pipe this year. So, um, let's see. Oh, you should do an ink circle sal with one of your many ink circles patterns. Yeah, I think I have more ink circles than Satsuma Street. If you know of, or if anybody does, know of any particular ink circles sals, um, either for specific ones, which, you know, you may have seen in my kit parade, or just general ink circles ones, please send them my way. Yeah, I will definitely. Sorry, I know I keep messing with the hat. I'll join them. I don't mind joining some ink circle cells. Um, I've added 3 new things on my wish list while watching this. There you go. I'm an enabler again. Nice. Um, oh, be good and goodbye. Let me know if you get that reference. I do not. I do not get the reference. I'm sorry about that. All right. And last, most definitely not least, my buddy D. Um, they said, can't wait to see we start up this year. Yeah, I'm not sure. So far, I've only started the You Belong to Me. Um, Oh, I forgot to get something to finish. That's. Oh no, I can't. Never mind. Never mind. Um. So yeah, I've only started the You Belong to Me, which you guys will see in a minute. Um. And so but originally I was gonna do as a Whip start one of my kitted projects, but I'm kind of been in a finishing mood lately. I finished one project. I'll talk about that. Yeah, I know. I finished a project. Holy shit. Yeah, I know. And I'm cursing again. Yay. But um, so I've got a couple of other things that really aren't that big, that really don't have that much to go, and I really think I want to finish. So I might not do that start thing. I might try to work on some finishy things. Not full finishes. I'm not worried about that. That I just want to finish them. Finish them. So um. Oh, also there are two of us in the house. And we take turns hiding the pickle. Come on. You cannot tell me that you did not mean. Come on. That is extremely suggestive. So hide the pickle. Come on, man. Anyway, so yeah. This year I still haven't found it. So yeah. I think I put snort as as the response to the hide the pickle. So, but yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just two of us in this house, but I don't know. I mean, maybe I could try to hide the pickle somewhere like you guys do, somewhere in the house instead of just on the tree. But we kind of have that with our. I got a Minecraft Enderman, and if you guys know Minecraft, the Enderman just kind of bloops around, and he doesn't attack. He's passive. He doesn't attack you unless you look at him. But usually he'll just kind of bloop around from place to place. So my husband was changing his spot on the tree every once in a while. He said he was going to do it every day. He didn't actually do it every day, but you know he moved a few times on the tree before we took him down. So oh yeah, I guess I should have said that. So right now our tree is it has no ornaments on it, but it still has and no angel on the top, but it still has the lights and the what you call it. So let me see. Okay, sorry guys, I apologize. Next time I promise I will not do that. I apologize if that made anybody sick. Oh hey, it's smog. There we go. Ta-da! So it's our tree with baubles, but no actual ornaments on it. I am really, really sorry, guys. I am super, super sorry. I really hope that did not make anybody sick. So I promise I will never, ever, ever do that again. So if I could edit that out, I would. Anyway, the last thing was also is that a GGT? Yes, that was. I think that was my Spance shirt. But yeah, so I mean, you're lovely, awesome. So yeah, we watch Game Grumps pretty much every day. We hardly miss an episode. We don't. I don't really like the scary games, so we've been skipping like Danganronpa and oh, what was there was another scary game they played recently. But anyway, um, so we usually skip those, but yeah, we watch a lot of Game Grumps, so we enjoy them. I have that Spance shirt that I was wearing, which I think is what you saw, and then I also have a spoofy shirt. So anybody who is a lovely will understand the joke between those two shirts. So there you go. Oh yeah, I also got a Starbomb beanie, which is on the floor behind me because it fell off the chair. So, um, if something ever happens to this one, or if I ever want something a little different, I have another beanie. What? What are you doing, you weirdo? I see you shifting back behind me. Alright, that is the comments. And I am actually not really going as slow or as quick as I thought I would. Sorry about that. But we will move along. So, I almost never get to say this, but I have a finish. Unfortunately, I cannot show it to you. I've shown it a couple times. It was the pirate pumpkin. And so the finished product has gone to the owner, or gone to the person who's going to sell the pattern. So it is her. It's going to be her model stitch. And so I made a couple little changes with some suggestions from my virtual friends. So and if she does put that up to sell, I will absolutely 100% put a link to it. Oh God, I'm sorry. I don't know what her timetable is. I did not ask her. I will try to remember to ask her next Saturday. That's the next time I'll actually see her in person. And if there's a link, I know she's had an Etsy store in the past, but I don't know if she's going to keep that Etsy store or if she's going to like make her own, website or something. So, she hasn't really discussed all of that too much with me. As I think it's more in the planning stages right now, so it may be a while. But I do have a finish. You'll just have to take my word for it. Sorry. It wasn't an FFO. I just handed it to her as it was. So, there you go. I do also have a start. I don't think you guys saw this because Cat, you are so weird. Anyway, because I started this on midnight on the 1st. So, December 31st going into the January the 1st. So, this is my first ever long dog. And I will make sure I'm trying to say long dog and not something else. There's a stitcher out there who I won't mention, who keeps saying long dog, wow, I can't even say it, long dog instead of long dog. But anyway, this is long dog. You belong to me. So as you can tell, it's an Egyptian theme. The reason I like it, well, I mean, there's a lot of long dogs I like, but none of them has just said you absolutely positively have to stitch me until this one, because I actually have been to Egypt, so I've seen the pyramids and the palm trees and all that kind of stuff, the camels and the cats and all the iconography. There we go, iconography. So all that kind of stuff. So that's why it really appealed to me. So this is loose, okay? This is loose thread. And this is not loose thread. No. This has a needle on it somewhere. There we go. Okay. So, this is papyrus 18 count? Yeah, 18 count. Papyrus from Fabric Flare. So it's just on one side. But as you can tell, it's got this really pretty papyrus sort of fabric to it. Or pattern to it. And then this is the start. Not a whole lot of start. Oh, there we go. Ta-da! There we go. It's a corner. Oh, yes, it's a major award. Haha. I don't know where I got that. That little needle minder. This is... Okay, has something in it. There we go. This is very disorganized. But this is a hank. There we go. Oh. I just like to rub it. It's a hank of Silks for You silk. And it's kind of... The light is kind of blowing it out. And it may be just because I'm recording at night. But it's a really pretty blue. It's not really variegated. Maybe minorly variegated. But yeah, I think that's like 250 yards of it. Something like that. And the bag is... I got this fabric, I believe I got it in Pittsburgh. I went to StitchCon last year, and then after I went to StitchCon, I stayed with my friends in Pittsburgh for a week, and for some reason, I don't even remember why, we had to go to a Michael's, and I believe that's where I found, no, or it was Walmart. Anyway, I found this fabric. Check that out, isn't that cool? It's got like Spider-Man and Wolverine and Iron Man, and who else is on here? Thor's a little bit on there. Looks like Hulk might be on there a little bit. But, yeah, so I thought it was pretty cool. So I asked her to make it into one of the big bags. And then the inside, there we go. It's got this cool star fabric. And I think it's a star, or what is the... Yeah, it's like a shooting star is the little... Yeah, I don't think that's going to show, sorry. Oh, there we go, you can kind of see it. But anyway, it's got a shooting star zipper pull thing. So yeah, and I have one more of these, and the fabric on the other side is actually, the fabric on the inside here is different. Oops, I did not put my pattern back in there. And that does not have anything in it right at the moment because I'm waiting to see. I think I have another big start that's probably going to happen soon. I'm going to wait for some stuff. And so that's probably going to go into the other big one because I only have two of these large ones, which I think is 14 by 14. So that's an 11 by 11 Q-snap that fits in there easily. So yeah, I need to ration these out to the two patterns that are the largest. So there you go. That is, so I have a finish and I have a start. Yay! How often can I say that? That you don't get to hear that very often from me. Alright, sorry, just shifting around a little bit. You still good? Okay, good. So, let me work on, let me show you the other things I've worked on. I am in 3 groups that I'm being fairly, so far at least, fairly, active in. So that means if I continue that, which I would like to, you will probably see me work on more stitching, more different patterns, because different ones are going to meet different prompts. So, and that way I get to touch more projects, which is nice too, obviously, because any work on a project is a good one. So, this is the one I worked on last, I believe. Yeah, actually, because I was just working on this last night. There we go. So, this is Hamilton versus Seabury Farmer Refuted by Taylor and Cromwell. So, it is from Hamilton, the play and movie. And so, as I usually explain, because I know some people haven't seen it before, but it's like Hamilton and Seabury are like this, they're singing over each other in a song, and so these are the lyrics, and so they're overlapped because their singing is overlapping. So that's how that goes. And I have actually moved this, so you're not going to see as much as you did before, because I actually got to turn it upside down, shift it over. So that is the end. That's not the bottom, so I'm not that far in. But yeah, so this is, it's hard to look at you with a straight face. That's what that's going to say. So, and this is, they have none of your interests at heart. So, anyway. But yeah. So, I got to move it. I got to do some more of the side border, which is nice. It looks like it's wonky, but it's just the way it is on the Q-snap. So, it is actually a straight line. It's just, Q-snaps kind of warp how the fabric looks. So, and I mean, as far as I know, that should be fine. I don't think that's going to cause any actual problems. Excuse me. I don't think that'll cause any actual problems once it's done, hopefully. I hope. Alright, so that was number 2. Put that over to the side. Excuse me, cat. Ah, crap, muffins, hold on. Because if I don't actually shut this down, it's going to fall, and then everything's going to fall out because I didn't shut it. So, give me a moment here if you don't mind. And let me... There we go. Alright. Okay. There we go. So, I think that's okay. Now this actually closed up. Alright, now this one is one that I really think if I just moved on it, that I could get done pretty quickly. Whoa, shoot. I would love to get this done before Doctor Strange 2 actually comes out, which I really could. I mean, I'm probably about halfway done. So, actually, I'm not quite halfway done. If I had his hair complete, I'd be halfway done. But anyway, Doctor Strange. And no, that's not the pattern. That is just a mock-up. So, isn't that cute? She's a little chibi Doctor Strange. And so, I've got most of his skin done. These little lines about here and this here are his goatee, so that's why they're not filled in yet. And then I still have to do this one little chunk of face. And then I can start in on the hair and the body. So I really, really do think if I just buckled down on that one, I could finish it pretty quick. And I don't know, maybe I'll try to almost finish it, and maybe wait to do the last stitches until the day that Strange comes out. I don't know, I haven't decided yet. So, we'll see. But, or maybe I just won't get it done before then. It's May, I forget what day in May. I think it's early May. May 5th, May 6th, something like that. Multiverse of Madness is coming out. So, you know my ass is going to be there as soon as, like, the first showing. I am getting my ass there. So, my happy little ass with my Doctor Strange shirt. Oh, well, I have a couple different Doctor Strange shirts, so I'll have to figure out which one I want to wear. But anyway, I digress. The next one is one that I really, 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 really want to get done before the July the 4th, but it is almost impossible. It's very unlikely. I also would like to get Hamilton versus Saber done before July the 4th, which honestly, because it's just all writing, I'm probably not quite halfway done with that one. There still is a lot to go on it, but it's, excuse me, I'm sorry. It's really simple, just, doing out letters. And so if I really concentrated on it, I could probably get the Hamilton one done before July the 4th. But this one it's very unlikely that I'll get done before July 4th. Maybe July 4th in 2 years. We'll see. This is One Nation by Bygone Stitches. And I really hate it because honestly, this picture really does not do this pattern justice. It really does not. So, it's beautiful. Oops, and I lost some thread. Oh, that is, okay. That's the thread for that, so I'll get back to that in a minute. Anyway, so, and also the problem is, like I had said before, I started this, and I started it on the wrong fabric. The white didn't show up, so it was in timeout for about 3 months or so, 3-4 months. And so that pretty much killed any momentum that I had working on it going to July the 4th. But I'm getting a good bit done, so there's not a whole lot of blue over here. Just a couple of squares, I think, left. And so I'm just doing the little stars as I go along, and as you can tell, the stars are showing up. They're not super bright, but that's actually fine. They don't need to be like super showy, just as long as you can see them. That's what's important. So that is, and ironically enough, I have it in a bag about London and the UK because I'm ironic like that. So that is that. And then the last one, which I would love to get done before Christmas next year. I don't think it's going to happen because it's a lot bigger than it looks. It's deceptively large. Is a Heartstring Samplery. This is Christmas Bells. So this is the one that was supposed to be the Carol of the Bells, but they couldn't get the rights to it. And so this is what they could get the rights to. And normally I'm not a fan of flowery borders, but they're not like super girly flowery, even though some of them are kind of pinkish. I think mine is a little bit more red and a little less pink, because I think some of these are the called for colors, but I believe some of them are not. No, actually that's pretty pink. I might change that color, but anyway. But I just have the upper corner border, and so you can see how big that is already, and how much, I mean, I don't have to use all of this fabric, I don't think, but there's a lot of fabric left, so yeah, it is deceptively large. This is just, hold on, that's just this upper corner up here. Whoops, sorry, up here, there we go. Just that part right here, so I think once I get to the lettering, it won't be so bad. But there is a lot of border to go through, and that border is tougher than it looks. But and again, it's not my thing, but I really kind of like the way it looks. And I had to choose, I think it was my third or fourth choice for the silver. It calls for like a shiny, I don't know if is it Chronic calls for? It calls for a toile. I wasn't about to do a toile. I was thinking about Chronic, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't really want to do Chronic, so I just picked a silver. It wasn't dark enough, it didn't show up on the fabric, and then I picked another one, and it still wasn't dark enough, and then I think this was maybe the third one that I picked. So I was like, okay. Because it doesn't, once again, it doesn't need to be, like, super, super dark, you know. It just needs to show up enough, and I like that. The only thing I don't like is it's kind of close in tone to the green, but hopefully that won't be too much of an issue. What is the gray that I finally chose? It is, oh shit, I hope I have enough. That's not, this is probably not good. It's Lunar Eclipse by Classic Colorworks. No, I have, oh no, wait, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, it's Tin Roof. I apologize, it's Tin Roof by Weeks. So, there you go. Yeah, hey, there we go. And actually, so far, you know, I say so far I was liking how it focuses better, but now you're proving me wrong, apparently. Wow, alright. Well, I guess you were not going to focus on my face. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, shit. Come on. Come on. Alright, focus. Alright. Okay, I think... Alright, there we go. Okay. Well, you know, and I'm hoping maybe, again, it's just the light that's in here that it's dark. What? What? Yeah, I'm hoping that's maybe part of the problem, and if I film during the day, that won't be an issue, but we'll see. It is still better than the camera I had before, so there's that. Alright, so that is actually all the stitching, if that was enough. Actually, yeah, we're not doing too bad time-wise. That, hopefully I didn't go through those too quickly. Yeah, so. Yeah, so I guess that is about that. So I think all we really have are the of the weeks and my beef act, and then I think we'll be done. So, God, did I actually go through those too quickly? If I did, I'm sorry. Please tell me. Did I rush through those? I'm a little concerned now. As it just didn't seem like it took that long to show you guys the fabric, or all the patterns and such. But the silk was from Silks For You. I think I said that. I wasn't sure if I did, but I don't remember the color it was. But it was definitely Silks From You. So there you go. So, all right. Oh, also I keep forgetting to do this. I forgot the last couple of videos. I do also have a Buy Me a Coffee link down below. So, before I was using it to save up for a webcam, which I ended up getting for Christmas. I asked for Christmas from my parents. And so, you know, what I would use it for would either be for, you know, floss, or more likely I would save up and use it to help shipping. You know, if I would love to do more giveaways, and if anybody would like to, you know, help out buy me a coffee, help out a little bit with the shipping, that's always nice. Of course, you never have to. Don't feel like you have to at all. It's just, you know, if you want to. All right, so the okay, the Stitchy website of the week is well, the company's called Twisted Threads, and they have a lot of patterns. And I found a web page, part of their kind of catalog there, that was just bee patterns. So I have a link down below, as always. So I have, it's Twisted Threads Bee Designs. So I have that link down below if you like bee designs as well. So I'm looking at you, Karen. Bee designs. Anyway, and the non-Situ website. Since I was talking about R.A. Salvatore, who is absolutely my favorite author, um, since I was talking about the Dark Elf series, I actually have a link to that as well. That's my non-Situ website link. And so I think it has listed books 1 through 3 first. But books 4, 5, and 6 are the Icewinddale Trilogy, which is the one I would say to start with first. So I would say do 4, 5, and 6, and then 1, 2, and 3, but that's just me. like I said, there's neither way is the wrong way. One way you'll get the character's history first. The other way you'll get how he was introduced first. So, but either way, you'll get all the information. It's just which order you get it in. So there you go. So, it's it's fantasy, elves and barbarians and trolls and giants and that sort of thing. So like Lord of the Rings sort of stuff. So if you like those sort of books, these are from Dungeons and Dragons, the Forgotten Realms part of Dungeons and Dragons. If you like that kind of stuff, then you will probably like his books. I will do a forewarning that there are 37, I think, books in the series. So, obviously, you don't have to read all of them. But if you tend to be a completionist, and especially if you want a good challenge of, reading a long series of books, and the books aren't that long. I mean, a big series, I should say, but the books themselves are pretty average. Maybe 250, 300, something like that. Maybe even less than that. I'm not 100% sure, but so they're a pretty average length of book. They're not like Stephen King books. They're not like 1,000 pages or anything. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys heard that. That was a weird noise, I think, coming from the kitchen. But anyway, so yeah, it's not like the books. The books are not a hard read. They're not like super dense. They're like fantasy books, and they're not super long, but there are a lot of them. So decide if you like them or not. So and as I was saying before, they do have a bunch of them, and I guess what you call like an omnibus, where they're all put together into one book. So that way you can definitely save money by getting a bunch at once, and save space on your shelf, because I literally have an entire shelf. One section of one part of my shelf is all of his books. So yeah. Um, so yeah, and they're double stacked. So, but yeah, I'd always suggest it, but not everybody. It's not everybody's cup of tea. But if you want to just get the first book, see what you think about it. There you go. Only out $6 or $7. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, take it to take it and resell it. So anyway, so yeah, I guess that's about that. Yeah, apparently I'm gonna ramble on and make this longer than it needs to be. Sorry about that. It's kind of my thing. That's kind of my MO. Or was it USP? Is that what they call it in England? Because I'm a terrible Anglophile. If you guys haven't realized that yet, between the fact that I have bags with London stuff and I drink tea, and yeah, I will occasionally use English slang like pants instead of underwear. Well, pants are underwear, and trousers are pants. Yeah, there we go. So there you go. And I have a drinking problem. Yay. Which would have been more ironically funny if I'd had my God, I'm sorry. Would have been funnier if I'd had my airplane mug, but I decided not to use that one. I have a mug that is an official airplane, like officially from the movie Airplane. It was the best 99 cents that I ever spent at a Goodwill. So, all right. So the last thing is the bee fact of the day, and it is that queen bees live for a maximum of 5 years. Which honestly I was surprised at. I didn't think that any bees really lived all that long, especially not the workers. Um, but to know that a bee will actually live 5 years is pretty impressive. I mean, considering how tiny they actually are. I mean, yes, queens are a lot larger than regular drones and workers, but they're still, you know, relatively small. So, yeah, I guess that is really about it. So, from myself and from Selena, who is still over here sleeping. Wait, can I get you over here? Whoop, there you go. She's under a pile of. She's behind a pile of my stuff now. But anyway, from the both of us, I will see you guys next week. Bye.